tres, dos, un. Now.
Go. And we're off. Ooh, the rocket off the
We
rip.
have a rocket. First lift.
Ooh.
Oh, it was far, but a retaliating rocket times 2 didn't really land much. Oh, but another one comes back, and it's
more rockets coming in.
hits
Oh,
the
that was
tree,
close.
and another one going the opposite direction. Oh, almost takes out Flower Magnus.
So many rockets. I love it.
Oh,
I fucking love it.
It's just, and another one in retaliation. Oh, Sergeant Satchel and your mom's favorite both survived that one. Another, I think there was another one with it. Just so many. If we could just take turns, come on, everybody, calm down.
It's like artillery in mini time. I love it.
Yeah.
But
And that's it, man. It's again, that's the thing is if you can get a good rocket snipe, you know, especially at the start. Like I've seen, I think it was actually VLK who done it, and they got like almost a full team at the very start of a match. And this was back whenever it was 150 meters garrisons, and they had to be in a specific place, which made it made the rocket sniping very easy. Whereas now it is a fine art because you have to get it right. Because if you get it wrong and you destroy a garrison, that is it. Game over. It's lights out. And a rocket kill just in the east there, off the top section of our screen, just beside Lemon Jesus. I don't know who it was that was killed, but it was by BB2 Saucy. We have Longs and McFucking. Opposite sides of the hedge to each other.
Saucy and Pile were about 3 hours this morning going through rocket snipes together, so I expect some good things from him coming forward.
And it has been all training, like it hasn't just been them messing about and sharing, you know, indecent pictures of each other on the internet. No.
Nope, it's all been training.
It's all been. It's good. Longs just goes through and takes out your mum's favorite though. She'll be displeased with that.
Yeah.
Joe the Ho, but we do have an OP down. Longs just took one there, as the squad lead was down in the mid. A very aggressive push through the middle though by Longs. Nobody really supporting him and following up behind him.
No, not at all. Legion actually doing a good job of pushing forward in increments, get some kills, and then filling those holes. So
yeah, and we can't take that away from them. We see Edric, he's just pushing up the hedgerow, takes out Suckin, and Joe Ho almost takes a rocket to the chin. We see, is it the Xander? Yes, Xander's the squad lead of this eastern squad.
Yep.
They're holding in this particular little building here, which is a key piece of real estate for any team to hold in this particular point. We're getting contesting though at the point as Peck Rec. Oh! Robo with the rocket to BB2 Saucy.
Let's see if Edric can do something here. He's stuck behind the lines. There's no one's caught on to him yet.
Oh yes, so we've just switched over there and we're seeing now live from Savage's screen. As rockets do fly, but Edric is still in there, I believe. Close by just north of the glider.
Oh, he got one. Oh, Booze Juice puts him down.
Oh yeah, great job by Booze Juice. But we see Dr. 903 and Joe the Ho are making their way in towards the center. In by the strong point, as more rockets are still flying. Joe the Ho down, Dr. 903 is a little bit exposed here. Down by the trenches, next to the strong point.
Yeah. Let's see if Nelson can get him.
Yeah, he's doing a bit of dance. Nelson hasn't spotted him though. Oh, he did.
Oh,
sorry, my
him.
apologies.
Yep.
Yeah. Xander's squad, they haven't necessarily they couldn't have really got too far across that field anyway at the initial point, but they're holding in this particular side. Bit of a stalemate in the east.
Yeah.
And
if I were them right now, I would keep Xander and a machine gun there in that building and shift everyone to the mid.
Yeah, I would agree. It would be the wise choice. There's actually Whiskey 5's on the MG tonight. Huh?
Yes, he is.
And he's down and he's firing at Jabba the Slut. He's firing right over the top of Penguin there. Poor Penguin had to keep his head down. And that's the thing though, if Whiskey gets into this house where Xander's currently sitting, he can turn his gun to the east, or sorry, to the west. And he's in a prime position, yeah. Oh, but he's just been taken down. I think it was a little bit too late in getting that MG in that house, which could have really helped the mid and west squad to push.
Yeah. Legion actually applying a constant pressure, and BKG is not being able to get anything accomplished right now.
No, and but the thing is, and we've seen this crap happening more and more recently, is Legion X have become very, very aggressive in the way that they push. As a rocket goes at the glider from APL, doesn't take anybody though. But Legion X, they're getting really, really aggressive in their play, but they're doing it very, they're doing it very smartly, and they're only pushing, like you see, Edric or longs, maybe just one or two running up ahead, you know, sort of wiggling through fields or along hedgerows, and sort of when they get shot, then that gives them a good inkling of where the other BKG or other team players are, no matter which match they're in, and they've just managed to sort of really get their art down to like a nice fine line, if that makes any sense. Probably doesn't, you know, because
It
we're
makes a little bit
international,
of
but yeah.
sense.
But yeah, they have been like holding these lines, but the only thing that's I just can't understand is Chinese writing and why like they're not actually, because they're holding this strong point. There's, you know, it's going to be very difficult for BKG. Why they haven't actually pushed anybody maybe through the mid and then down along this hedgerow to the west, or sorry, correction, to the east where Xander's squad is, and just clear that area, you know, sort of hit it from two angles. You know, so that they do still make those mistakes of where, you know, they're not identifying the potential plays to gain that key bit of ground, because, you know, that's a great spot for BKG to hold, which prevents a box out essentially, as a Kane makes his way right in the middle of the screen. Just gonna switch over to Savage. Oh, there's Viking and Edric both take dislike into a Kane's position. Switch back. Now we see Edric trying to push up again. But they're making great ground through the middle here, Savage. The your mum's favorite just goes down, but McFuckin's there. Heck Rex.
Yeah, I'm hoping our mid squad gets some done. That's mid squad and probably our west have our more experienced players on it, just based on this map. So we're trying to hope something can get done on these guys.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's but they're doing, like, so far at the moment they're holding, you know, they are holding their positions quite well. Like the mid squad's not really been pushed out of this wheat field entirely. Viking and 1200 just pass each other though. Just passing ships in the night. As Lemon Jesus I've seen just as managed to make his way all the way across the field. I see my 10 body bags is in the chat. If you were to join a competitive team, you can you could be thrusted into an 18s game very quickly if that's what you wish. It can be a learning curve. As we just go up to the sort of the big view, we are seeing a great little push into the centre though, Savage, from Team McFuckin. Sergeant Satchel has
Yes, we
just gone
are.
down.
It's a good push. They might be able to capitalize off this.
Yeah, and this, if they can just channel, like I see McFuckin, he's coming through there. You know, we've got 4 people, and if they move sort of wisely here, they can get themselves into a good position. Because Legion X are going to, you can almost bet your last pound or dollar on this, depending on the currency exchange rate. You know, like we see here, Flower Magnus is just running, sort of. Yeah, gets shot by Pecrex, yeah. And that's the thing, is it can be very easy to... It's easy for us to sort of judge from the position we're in, you know, but a lot of people try to claw back the ground, the open ground between them and the opposing force. Maybe just a bit too quickly, you know, just take your time, move up in stages. You know, the way that they done at the very start. Rocket.
Especially in maps like this where it's hedgerow, 100 meters hedgerow, you have to like get some kills first before you even push up.
And so the reconnaissance by fire would
yeah, exactly, reconnaissance by fire.
I got there, did you? See, I use the military terms. You know, I've been watching YouTube videos trying to impress you with all my knowledge. But if we do take a look here, high in the sky again. Look at this nice line that's going for BKG at the moment. They've given up on that field sort of with the downed glider in. They've put more through the middle. We are gonna. I think we could see some contesting here very shortly. As Xander's squad has managed to make it back to the broken building. We've got Gold Star, Whiskey 5 and King Penguin there. Robobug exposes himself quite a lot in the out in the open.
Yeah, the Snope on the MG is keeping him pretty pinned down though, so
Well, that's,
he
yes,
might be a area of contention that they need to do anything here.
And he's just got himself in a really nice position. they are going to need to deal with him very soon as a rocket goes flying in towards the strong point from BB2 Saucy. I think we're stuck in a bit of a stalemate here at the moment. Like neither team is giving up any ground, and I guess the thing is BKG and Legion X I think have always had a good, a good healthy sort of competitive edge between the two of
Yes.
them. You know, they've always been very close.
Even way back in Season 0 when we first started playing each other, we've probably played Legion X, I would say close to upwards of 10 times now,
Yeah.
and I think the match split's pretty even.
And that's the thing. Yeah, I think. Now, even if we take back into account from the Mercers, I think we're pretty much 50-50 at the moment, in terms of wins and losses. But
Yep.
speaking of losses, though, Legion X have lost everybody on this eastern side. Robobug and Jabba spawning back in, just trying to head back across. As I see, Flower was in the mid, but he's now gone to the west, right?
I think Legion X is kind of abandoning the east a little bit and focusing more on that west side, trying to get a pincer in. Same as what BKG's trying to do. They've basically abandoned the west side and they're just pushing through the mid.
Yeah. And that's, like, there's an awful lot of blue dots in that center now, and I don't know, are they trying to, oh, bit of a lag spike there, but I don't know, are they trying to maybe just overload the center and work their way out, or, you know, like, what are they doing?
That's my best guess, is they're trying to pincer in, do a spearhead in the middle, and then from there trying to expand out once they break the line. But Legion X has done a great job of like countering that move and just flooding the middle with more bodies. So it just turned into a slogfest.
Yeah, they've got a, sorry, I'm just sorting a little technical here.
Big fucking squad reset. Here he comes rushing from the garrison.
I'm being scolded here by young Ermaluk.
Nice.
Actually,
Nice little lull in the action here, as Legion X pushes up.
Yeah, that's I see.
BKG's in threat of a box out right now. Legion X has got one squad on the west side, almost to where our garrison's at.
Yeah, we've got a Viking and Alexander pushed right up through to a move marker actually placed from, I believe it was Danny and Charlie squad. It was, yeah, Danny and Charlie squad. Viking and Alexander made light work of getting there, but I think that overload on the west side was maybe tactical to try and sort of fold, you know, fold BKG and force them into this wheat field, which we know can be a bit of a bottleneck. As Nelson and Satchel just yeah, having a little bit of a just oh, there we go, Satch. Nelson fired, Satchel heard him, and he took him down.
Ooh, let's see
As
if
Viking, wow,
King Penguin and
Vikings
Xander.
really.
Oh, and there, down goes Xander. Let's see if King Penguin can rectify the issue here before that OP goes down. No.
Yeah, I think it's oh no.
There goes the OP.
And oh no, we have lost Xander as well, haven't we? Xander's.
Yep.
And the garrison. Oh yeah, right there. But however, though, Viking doesn't. He needs to be very careful of the map edge. Well, he's back a little bit from it, but he's looking the wrong direction. As Gold Star and Whiskey 5 make their way back to the hedgerow. Whiskey's going to take a little run down, see if we can try and maybe. Yeah, takes Viking out. Great work by Whiskey. Sort of saves the west or the east squad there for BKG. As we're seeing a lot of orange dots have disappeared, or red dots, depending on your color preferences.
Yeah, they're all reset. It's a full reset here, so.
Oh yeah, the large
This is
storm
a
wave, and
prime opportunity for Legion X to get a box out in.
that's
I don't think they understand that they've got everybody.
No, that's it. Well, that's the thing. Satchel's in a great spot, but it is just Satchel as a rocket goes down the road towards APL and misses him. You know, like when you lose the OP and you lose so many men at the one time, if you're, you know yourself, whenever you, like, especially in a pub match, you get you redeploy and you go back in and you go to get the garrison. 1 second to go, you click it and you just miss the garrison timer, and then you've got a 40-second wait,
Hate
and that
that.
is,
Oh, that's
oh,
the worst.
it is and like, it may as well be an hour, that you have to sit there.
It feels like an hour. Oh, that's fucking awful.
But they have managed to clear out sort of the edge of the play area. So great work by what Daddy Trump is running into Viking.
And dead.
Oh, that's a shit. Well, the thing is, well, great work from them, but it's only Viking here now, so they've still got a few people to come back. Have we?
Yeah, they got
Oh yes,
Viking and Alexander here on the west side, just basically doing a light cover while the rest of the Legionnaires guys focus mid and east.
yeah, and that's it. Like, this is such a like, once again we say about this, this 40-second timer on these garrisons. Like, it just feels like people are away for so long from the action. And once again, a sign of a good team is whenever they're able to identify that, when you realize, hold on, I haven't shot at anybody for the past maybe 10, 15 seconds. You're like, right, hold on, there's, we've got a bit of gap here to move. We can get moved up here further, and if you can identify
That
those little
next
things,
point.
yeah. And this thing, because the principle of the game is still the same. Hold the particular point and hold the key areas of the map. It's just a very small version of it. But we do have McFucking has made some ground in the wheat field. He got up and ran there, but he's ducking and diving and bobbing and weaving there.
Falling again. Let's see if he can reach up and make something happen here. Just get a maybe
If you can
burn
get
an
a
OP, get an OP up, get behind them.
if you can get an OP up, he will be.
Oh, and he's
Yeah,
dead.
he's dead. Yeah.
Um,
As I say, it was a good
I
effort
think
though, because that's a lot of distance to cover. Given the position that we find BKG in at the moment.
yeah.
Sorry, just bear with me a few moments. Oh, thank you. Yes. Okay, I'm getting attacked by imaginary cupcakes here by a 3-year-old. That's good.
Oh, yep, I
All
know
right,
how it feels.
that's there's big things at stake here, and I'm getting attacked. Um, but then, whilst that has been ongoing, don't anybody panic about my well-being. Doctor 903 in the middle there took down Alien Pervert. Legion X have aggressively pushed up that line though on this western side.
Oh, 903, you should have waited, buddy. Oh,
But he is forward now. He can cause a lot of trouble. He's just gonna sit here. Yeah,
let's see if he can get
here's the
Funk.
fancy footwork of Funk. Takes
Got
Funk.
Funk.
So now he's gonna have Alien Pervert coming back. Now the thing is, though, is AP gonna have the tunnel vision and go for the same spot as where he got killed before, but he gets taken down by 903
Ooh.
again.
Let's see if 903 can capitalize, get an
And that
OP
thing is,
burn.
this is like, it's only one person, but he can cause an awful lot of trouble.
Yes, he can.
And this is, I'm just gonna follow. Now, yeah, this is very good from Tommy and Jord. Tommy and Jord are just separating. They're splitting up. They're not sticking to the same route. So if one goes down, the other should spot 903 here. Jord just wiggles and wobbles in that bush as they wait for Alien and Funk to get back up. So they're regrouping. As Flower Magnus is right up at the very front there.
See what 903 can do here. He might be
Yeah.
able to get up. Got Funk.
Oh, but 903, he's away. Oh, but he gets taken down by
Oh,
Tommy. Oh, so unfortunate.
so close. That'd have been huge.
And so let me just go out to the big screen here again. We're obviously getting extra messages for. We do have another match coming up
I don't
very
think
shortly.
they understand that far right there.
Oh shit! I do apologize, folks.
Yeah.
This is the joys of trying to keep all parties involved happy. We're just we're setting up. Yeah, there we go. We have Tommy's point of view for the next match. With 10 minutes remaining.
Yep.
Let me just keep the other guys up to date as well. And this is the thing, this is all down to Easy's stupidity. That he's got to now try and coordinate with half a dozen people, but thankfully, you know, the brains that we are, Savage, we've managed to sort of rectify the issues that I caused.
A little bit.
Yeah. But we are starting to, they've cleared this hedge line out. They've managed to get a couple of people forward here. Goldstar and BB2 Saucy. We've got Baphomets is moving down as well. Alexander right out in the open though. He's okay
A
for the
water
now,
fleet
but
though here on this plane is just keeping this west mode down.
yeah.
They can't move at all.
And that's the thing is, you know, I just want to cover this because in the previous formats, this would have been a kick. You know, you would have been this is you know, it would have been a disallowed position, whereas now they've allowed it. Now, obviously, I trust there's good reasoning behind it. My personal feeling is that you know that I did like the vertical boundaries. You know, I thought it kept the well, this is going to sound very pun-like, but it is not intended. But it kept everything, you know, down to the ground. Kept everything, you know, it was
Did.
all about the individual, you know, one-on-one battles at ground level. You know, and you could have stood on a fence or you could have stood on a small wall or a broken wall, you know, but being up on these high areas like the glider wings or on tall walls above head height and stuff, you know, it really leveled the playing field for all parties involved. But you never know, they might bring these rules back. They might change them or adapt them in some way, shape, or form.
I really hope they took a look at these rules and understand that the old rules were good. They were solid. There was no issues, no rules for like interpretation, nothing that they could be in the gray areas.
Yeah.
With this new rule set, there's a lot of gray area. So it's essentially turning this platform into who can find the cheesiest spots without breaking the rules.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's you know, even without like the you know going on to these, this would still be, you know, these would all be interesting battles. But like you say, if you do get into, you know, one of these high positions where you can cover, and as you know yourself, you can cover nearly 400 meters or so with these you know, with MGs in the right position. I know a lot of people put a lot of time and effort into finding these nice little spots and stuff, but whoa, massive lag. As a rocket comes at this west or east squad. But yeah, I would like to say, I would like to think that we would we'll see maybe, yeah, I don't know, maybe bring back the vertical stuff, but we're just mere casters at the moment. As Java makes his way, you can see the garrison. He's pushed right up on this west side or east side, sorry. But we do have 903 and Joe DeHo in the wheat field. They've managed to slip through the line of Leeds next again. They are doing the lover's crawl.
Hopefully we can get a squally to go with them. We can get a squally up there.
Yeah,
Burning OP, getting OP up. It's huge.
That's the thing, it's just they're just struggling to get past this this sort of this line that Leeds Next have formed. There is a bit of a gap, however, though it's filled with Alien Pervert in the bush. Apparently that's where he spent a lot of his early 20s, was buried in a bush. And Flower Magnus also. Flower Magnus reportedly a fan of the beavers, but I didn't know that didn't know they had many beavers in Holland. Yeah, well that's okay. That's, yeah, a delicacy probably. As Tommy just almost kills George. Fucking hell. Oh, little George, shoot him in the back one just for fun, just for lols.
Funk completely ran past Joe and 903.
Yeah,
Did not see them at all.
Absolutely missed it, and as long as he's going up the opposite side of the hedge, 903 again, 903 the sneaky man himself.
He is super sneaky.
So we've got 5.5 minutes remaining. And Xander's squad really, they're doing really well to sort of hold that hedge line. I know there's a lot of open ground here in the east. I think it's going to be very difficult,
Ooh, 903 is gonna get the. He
I'll
got the
just
OP.
Oh, great work from 903. As he moves in, Alien Pervert is there. Alien goes down. So now the thing is, those
Now let's
Lar?
see if we can capitalize on this.
Yep,
Maybe
Flar is
get.
going to be back at the garrison. Go ahead, sorry, Savage.
We got 2 guys in the hard point. Alright. Burning OP. Hopefully it sends a bell and Legion X's head to fall back, which allows the rest of our guys to push forward a
Yeah,
bit.
gives a
Get
bit
some work
of
that we failed. Yep.
gives it a little bit of breathing space, and that's all all you need is that one little that one little moment of opportunity as Danny and Alexander start moving towards a strong point. And this is a
Yep,
good
they're
thing,
all converging.
it shows great discipline as well. Legion X, they haven't started panicking yet. They've sent back just a handful of people. Danny Nelson, APL, and now obviously Edric's joining the fight. He's going to sort of fill this little gap in behind Danny and Alexander. We've got 3 people back. So essentially, they've tied up a whole squad here with just 2 people. They are both down now, unfortunately, but it could open the door.
It definitely could. Let's see what the rest of us can do here. See a lot of smoke in the field now, so hopefully we can get some more guys to this wheat field. We're just in a more advantageous position.
And that's it. They've got a. Oh, they did manage to clear out though this eastern side to an extent. We have Trickster just in the middle. Xander, Whiskey, and King Penguin's moving back to the east. Probably going to try and get an angle. It's Whiskey 5. We'll just go to Whiskey 5. Cam as he makes his way across. Gets shot by Trickster in the bush. And that's the thing though, you see quite a lot of the Legion X guys are back towards the strong point. They're going to just start consolidating and
Yep.
just hold the lines that they have. And if they start losing people, just fold back to the strong point. There should be no. This is Legion X's game to lose now. Really, it's.
Yeah, 3 minutes left. Yeah. Looks like there's a breakthrough in the west here. Got
Yeah.
1200 and Suckin' McFuckin.
You just need to be
Let's see if
very
they see
careful. They
the
need to
machine
identify.
gun.
Fleet.
Nope.
Yeah, that's. The thing is, Suckin' McFuckin should know better than to run just sort of wildly across an open field. At this level of playing, one thing in a pub setting, but in a competitive setting, running across an open field is always a bad idea. But we'll not fall out with them over that. It's understand. It's all about shift W and try and make some sort of. And the thing is,
Play. Yep.
if they get a little bit of contesting at the end, if they get 1 point out of this game, it'll be well earned. It just means then, like for example, if Legion X win and BKG got an overtime loss, then they would have 1 point. Legion X would have 2 points. It means then if the next game, if BKG win and Legion X lose with no overtime, then BKG would ultimately get the victory overall because they would have 3 points, whereas Legion X would only have 2. So it is crucial to continue to fight all the way to the very end. And we've seen a bit of love here for Alien Pervert in the chat as well. The lovely man that he is. Let's go to Alien Pervert camera.
We got one guy. Sergeant Satchel made it back into the hard point, but
Yeah, and this thing is, but he's going to need to start moving quickly though because there is not much time left. Let's go down to Alien
see if anyone
Pervert
can
camera
join
here.
him. Got 48 seconds to do anything. Oh, hang on, baby. You want gummies? I'll get you gummies in a second, okay?
I think it's we are
And
ultimately
down goes
parents as well
Satchel.
we're parents first, streamers second. We do have to see the
Gamers
children.
third.
That's it, yeah. It's yes, and we're then tucked in fourth behind it. We're the fourth most important thing after family, casting, the clan, and then it's us.
Yep.
Oh dear, but with 10 seconds to go,
I think this
think
is the GGs.
that is going to be the GG.
Hurts.
But it has been a great game. You know, credit to Leeds Next. They